Hi, this is Martin from Decapitated, and you are listening to What's Metal.
You're still a pretty young band in the death metal history, I would say, and we have never featured an interview with your band on our show. So maybe can you briefly sum up something like a short history of the band?
At the moment, the band is like 10 years old, you know, and we started in 96. Recorded 2 demo tapes, and after that we got a contract with Radioshow Records, and as for now we released 3 albums for them. The 4th is, you know, the work is, you know, in progress. We're gonna finish it after the tour. That's the short story, you know. Well, we did a couple of tours in the meantime, you know, with many bands like, you know, Malaysian Incantation, Vader, Crisium, you know, and many single shows with bands like Slayer, Morbid Angel, Tool, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, so you play death metal, but actually, when I read something like your biography, you separate death metal in old school or traditional death metal and real death metal. So why do you separate this, and where is it?
Where did you read this?
On your homepage.
On the biography, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't write the biography, so we did not separate in kinds of music. I separate, you know, just music for, you know, good music and bad music. That's, you know, all I do. You know, kind of music doesn't matter for me. It's like I play death metal, you know, but I listen, you know, many kinds of music.
Okay.
It's not like, you know, death metal or real death metal or something, you know. Okay. It's all about music.
Okay. So whoever wrote that for your homepage is actually not representing what the band feels.
I mean, I think that represents, you know, what the guy, you know, what the author of biography, you know, think. That's what I think, you know. I think it represents, you know, his point of view.
Okay. So you're kind of death metal because you're a very young band, or you're 10 years in business now, but still, you're not so famous than other big bands that started death metal. You always compare to bands like Vader or Morbid Angel. Do you feel comfortable with that, or where would you think that you are somehow separated from their kind of style?
Well, I don't mind, you know, if anyone compare us to other bands. It's cool, you know, if it's easier for people, you know, to compare us to other bands, it's okay, you know. I think that personally, I think that we play, you know, different music than the bands, you know, you know, like Morbid Angel, like Vader. And as I said, we don't separate music, you know. I'm not thinking, you know, what kind of music we're playing right now, you know. What kind of music we were playing like two albums ago. I'm not thinking about. I never think about this, you know. Just all about music. If we feel that, you know, the music we play satisfies us, this is the most important.
Okay, so you play on a very high technical level, maybe at the forefront of what is possible. Maybe at the same time, your sound is very clean, maybe even clinical or sterile, and a lot of people can't cope with that. Do you think that this kind of sound is necessary for your band, so that the listener can really hear every little bit and piece that is going on in the song?
I think this is important because we play music which, you know, contains a lot of sounds, you know, and I think that each single sound, you know, should be easy to hear for people. You know, that's why we have so clean productions on our albums, you know. That's why we always choose the same studio, you know, because for us it's the most comfortable place to work, you know, in Poland. And we know those 2 engineers working there for a long time, you know, they're brothers. They've been learning sound engineering in States. They've got a lot of great equipment, you know, and that's all, you know. That's why we chose the studio, because they know and us know what, you know, kind of sound we want to achieve.
So there is an amazing amount of Polish bands now coming out of the underground. Do you think that the scene itself in Poland has changed throughout the last 5 to 10 years?
Maybe it not changed much, but it's getting stronger every next year. Yeah. There's more bands, more labels, more shows, you know. That's all, you know. It's getting stronger. But what is good, you know, in all those bands, just, you know, good bands are on the top, you know. When there's more bands, it's harder, you know, to get recognizable, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's good, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So Poland has become a EU member state now. Do you think that it's a general positive or negative thing, and did that have any influence on the metal scene? Is it more easy for you now to travel, maybe? Can you present your band in a better way now?
For me, it's just positive, you know. There's no problems with crossing borders. I don't need any visa, you know. As we used, you know, like 2 years ago when we, you know, were coming to the United Kingdom, we had to, you know, give some, you know, work permits on the border. We don't need to do this now, and for us, it's just, you know, all positive, you know, thing. It's just we can, you know, import equipment, you know, from abroad. We can do, you know, whatever we want to now.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about, you know, political standpoint, you know, of this thing, but for us, it's, you know, positive.
Okay, our show is called What's Metal? So what do you think is metal? Is it kind of music? Can it become a form of lifestyle even?
Both, you know. It's kind of music. This is the most important because it's all about music. But I'm sure, you know, for some people it's also, you know, the style of living. You know, look at metalheads, you know, long hair, you know, t-shirts, bands. It's some kind of, you know, of way of living. But for me, it's all about music, you know.